Hi students, so let us continue our vectors chapter. So in the previous class we have discussed some important points. So in this class I will start example 4. Clear? In this example 4 they are asking to find the values of x, y and z so that the vector a equal to xi cap plus 2j cap plus zk cap and vector b equal to 2i cap plus yj cap plus k cap are equal. That means vector a and vector b are equal. You have to find x, y and z. Here we know that two vectors are equal if and only if their corresponding components are equal. So we all know this notation, that is two vectors are equal if and only if their corresponding components are equal. That means they are in the same direction and they are having same magnitude. Clear? So for that reason, if a equal to b, that means vector a equal to vector b given, then x must be equal to corresponding I cap is what here? 2. Next, corresponding 2 is equal to y, and the third one is z is equal to 1. Clear? So these are the values of x, y and z. Two vectors are going to be equal if and only if they are having same magnitude and in the same direction. Therefore their corresponding components has to be equal, then only they are said to be an equal vectors. For that reason, x will be equal to 2, 2 will be equal to y and z will be equal to 1. Okay, therefore x is 2, y is 2, z is 1. Okay students, now let us see the fifth question, that is example 5. Clear? Here let vector a equal to I cap plus 2j cap and vector b equal to 2i cap plus j cap is mod of vector a equal to mod of vector b. That means they are asking, here mod means magnitude. Please remember, the notation of mod is nothing but magnitude. Magnitude is nothing but the length of vector. Clear? So magnitude of vector a is equal to magnitude of vector b, question mark. That means is magnitude of vector a and magnitude of vector b is equal? That is first question. Next question is, are the two vectors vector a and vector b equal? See students, here very important point is, if the magnitudes are equal, we don't need to conclude that both the vectors are equal, because equal vectors definition tells that the vectors has to be in the same direction and same magnitude. What is meaning of that? The corresponding components, vector components has to be equal. Are you getting my point? The corresponding vector components of the two given vectors has to be equal to say that two vectors are equal. Not about magnitude. Clear? So if you say about magnitude, let us check magnitude. Please remember the formula. Vector a equal to xi cap plus yj cap. Magnitude of vector a is equal to square root of x square plus y square. So this is the formula for magnitude of vector a. So that will be equal to square root of 1 square plus 2 square, that is root 5. Clear? No problem. Now I will calculate magnitude of vector p. magnitude of vector b will be equal to, again, square root of x square is 2 square plus y square is 1 square, so that is root 5. Therefore, that is magnitude of vector a is equal to magnitude of vector b, or you can write therefore magnitude of vector a is equal to magnitude of vector b, because we know the formula for magnitude of a vector, that is square root of x square plus y square. If you simplify that, you are going to get root 5. Here magnitude of vector b is also root 5. Therefore magnitude of vector a is equal to magnitude of vector b. I am talking about the magnitude of the vector, not about vectors, because in vectors it contains two components. One is magnitude, another one is direction. Here we are talking only about magnitude, we are not talking about their direction. Whenever you come to the direction of the two given vectors, see here the vector component is I cap, but here the vector component is 2i cap. Clear? So I cap and 2i cap are the two different vector components which are in vector A and vector B. So for that reason here vector A and vector B are not equal vectors, because they are having different vector components. Clear? So for that reason the two vectors vector A and vector B are not equal, but here magnitudes are equal. But they are not equal vectors because their vector components are different, because here the coefficient of I cap is 1, here the coefficient of I cap is 2, j cap component is 2, here j cap component is 1. So for that reason vector A cannot be equal to vector B. In the previous question we have calculated the values of x, y, z. There also it was on equal vectors. Clear? If they are equal vectors, the corresponding components has to be equal. That's why x, y, z you have calculated. In the same way, here the components are different. So that reason to say the two vectors are not equal. Clear? Okay, let us move to the next question. Okay students, let us solve the sixth question. What is the sixth question? Find unit vector in the direction of vector A equal to 2i cap plus 3j cap plus k cap. Okay, no problem. So here they are asking the unit vector in the direction of this given vector. Here you must know the formula of unit vector. For that reason, please see the previous videos carefully where I have explained the unit vector definition. Okay, if you don't remember, no problem. The unit vector formula is vector A cap equal to vector A divided by mod of vector A. Mod of vector A means magnitude of vector A. Clear? Therefore, here vector A equal to 2i cap plus 3j cap plus k cap. Magnitude of vector A is equal to square root of 2 square plus 3 square plus 1 square. That will be equal to root of 14. Square root of 14. So you replace the terms. That is 2i cap plus 3j cap plus k cap divided by root 14 is equal to your vector A cap. Clear? In the place of vector A, you write vector A. In the place of magnitude of vector A, you calculate the magnitude with the formula square root of x square plus y square plus z square. So here x value is 2, y value is 3, z value is 1. 2 square plus 3 square plus 1 square. So that is nothing but square root of 14. Clear? So very simple problem. No problem about, no confusions about this. Therefore, a cap equal to 2i cap plus 3j cap plus k cap divided by root 14 is unit vector in the direction of given vector A. Okay. Okay students, let us solve the 7th question. Let us first see what is the question here. Clear? Find vector. That means they are asking to find vector. Which type of vector? Find vector in the direction of given vector A equal to I cap minus 2j cap that has magnitude 7 units. That has magnitude 7 units. No problem. So here they have given you one vector. What is that given vector? See, they have given the vector A equal to I cap minus 2j cap. This is the given vector. This is the given vector. From this given vector, what they are asking to solve? They are asking to solve the new vector. They are asking to solve the new vector of how much magnitude? 7 magnitude. Please don't get confused here. They are not asking to solve unit vector. They are asking to solve the new vector with magnitude 7 units. Clear? Because most of the students think that they are asking to find unit vector. It is not unit vector. Unit vector means magnitude is 1 unit. Clear? Previously we have solved unit vector problem. In that, if you want to calculate the magnitude of A cap, you can calculate the magnitude will be 1. Clear? In the same way, here they are asking to find the new vector with magnitude 7 units in the direction of I cap minus 2j cap. They have given the direction, they have given the magnitude. Now you have to solve what is that vector. Clear? Okay. So my dear students, here you have to solve the vector with 7 units. No problem. In which direction? In the vector of direction of A. Clear? So what I will do here, I will solve A cap. That means the unit vector of vector A I will simplify. Why? You will get later. Clear? If I solve unit vector A cap, it will be I cap minus 2j cap divided by magnitude of vector A. What is magnitude of vector A? That is 1 square plus 2 square. So this will be I cap minus 2j cap divided by root 5. See, here our problem is not yet solved. Now we have solved the unit vector. Now we have solved the unit vector in the direction of vector A. Are you getting my point? We have solved the unit vector in the direction of vector A. But they are not asking unit vector. They are asking the new vector with 7 units. Clear? No problem. Now, what is the magnitude of vector A cap? 1 unit, because this is unit vector. Clear? From this vector A cap, what we will get? We will get unit vector in the direction of vector A cap. Okay. What happens if I multiply 7 to this A cap? See, if I multiply 7 to this A cap, magnitude of A cap is 1. If I multiply 7 into magnitude of A cap 1 will be how much? 7 units. That means 7 A cap is what? 7 A cap is the new vector. 7 A cap is the new vector having magnitude 7 units in the direction of vector A. So this will be equal to 7 times of I cap minus 2j cap divided by root 5. Clear? So that is nothing but 1 by root 5 into 7 I cap minus 14 j cap. So this will be the new vector. This will be the new vector in the direction of vector A cap with magnitude 7 units. With magnitude 7 units. Now, just for your confirmation, you can find the magnitude of 7 by root 5 I cap plus 14 by root 5 j cap. Definitely you are going to get 7 as the answer, because you know the formula for finding the magnitude, that is root of x square plus y square plus z square. This is the magnitude of vector A. You can apply this formula to this particular question. Here x value is how much? 7 by root 5. Y value is how much? Minus 14 by root 5. Z value, here there is no z, that's 0. You apply this formula, check the magnitude, it will be having magnitude as 7 units in the direction of vector A. Clear? So this type of questions are very important and very tricky. Most of the times in your annual exam they will ask, because every student will find A cap but they will not remember the next step. Here what they are going to do the mistake. So after solving A cap, you have to multiply that A cap with 7, because they need the new vector with 7 units, not unit 1. Clear? So for that reason, after finding A cap, you multiply that A cap with 7. So that will be 7 times of this particular term. 1 by root 5 into 7 I cap minus 14 j cap. Clear? So if you simplify, no problem, magnitude is going to be equal to 7. So therefore, this is your answer. If they ask to find unit vector, this is the answer. If they ask to find a vector with 7 units or some other units, this is the step. Clear? Okay. Let us go to the next question. Okay, students. So now let us simplify the 8th example. In the 8th example, they are asking, find the unit vector in the direction of the sum of the vectors A and vector B. Okay. So here they are asking to find the unit vector. No problem. You all know the unit vector formula is, if the given vector A, the A cap will be equal to vector A divided by mod of vector A. But here some different condition. They are asking sum of two vectors. That means they don't need unit vector in the direction of vectoring. They need unit vector in the direction of sum of vector A and vector B. Sum of vector A and vector B is nothing but what? Addition of vector A and vector B. Clear? So for that reason, first the important thing is we have to find vector V, which is the sum of vector A plus vector B. Clear? So if you want to add two vectors, vector A and vector B, that is 2i cap plus 2j cap minus 5k cap plus vector B is 2i cap plus j cap plus 3k cap. So if you simplify this, 2i cap will be 4i cap, 2j cap plus j cap will be 3j cap, minus 5k cap plus 3k cap will be minus 2k cap. Now you got vector V, which is the sum of vector A plus vector B. They need unit vector in the direction of vector V. So therefore, V cap will be equal to vector V divided by magnitude of vector V. So that is 4i cap plus 3j cap minus 2k cap divided by square root of 4 square 16, 3 square 9 minus 2 square 4. Clear? So if you simplify this, it is going to be 1 by root 29 multiplied with 4i cap plus 3j cap minus 2k cap. Clear? So this is your required vector v cap, because they are asking unit vector in the direction of sum of vector a and vector b. That means first you have to find the sum of vector a and vector b, then you have to calculate v cap. Then only you are going to get the required answer. Okay. So for that reason, this will be the answer, that is 1 by root 29 into 4i cap plus 3j cap minus 2k cap. Therefore, this is how you have to simplify your example 8. Okay. Okay, students. So now let us solve the example 9. Clear? Here what they are asking? They are asking, write the direction ratios. Write the direction ratios of the vector A equal to I cap plus j cap minus 2k cap, and hence calculate direction cosines. Clear? Okay. You must have an idea of direction ratios and direction cosines of the given vector. If you watch my previous videos, in that videos I have explained what is direction ratio and what is direction cosine, and I have also given the formula for direction ratios and direction cosines in the previous video. If you don't remember that particular formulas or particular notations, no problem. You listen carefully. If I will take one vector A is equal to a1 I cap plus a2 j cap plus a3 k cap. This is one of the vector. Let us consider, for example, after understanding the direction ratios and direction cosines, you yourself are going to solve this problem. Okay, for that reason, you first understand what are the direction ratios and direction cosines. Clear? If this is the given vector, here direction ratios are a1 comma a2 comma a3. That means coefficient of I cap, coefficient of j cap, coefficient of k cap are called direction ratios. That is a1, a2, a3. Then what about direction cosines? Direction cosines are with the formulas. I will tell you. L equal to a1 by root of a1 square plus a2 square plus a3 square. M equal to a2 divided by root of a1 square plus a2 square plus a3 square. And the third one, n equal to a3 divided by root of a1 square plus a2 square plus a3 square. So L, M and N are the direction cosines. Clear? A1, A2, A3 are the direction ratios. This information you must have, or this knowledge you must have, then only you can answer this particular question. So for that reason, I have explained very clearly that what are the direction ratios and what are the direction cosines. Once again, already I have explained, but for your simplicity I have explained again so that you will get more clarity. Clear? So from this, now you can write the direction ratios of this particular problems are, in shortcut I will write like this: direction ratios are 1, comma 1, comma minus 2. These are the direction ratios. That is nothing but A1, A2, A3. Clear? In the place of A1 you have 1. In the place of A2 you have 1. In the place of A3 you have minus 2. That is nothing but your direction ratios. Direction cosines. Clear? So direction cosines are see here, L equal to A1 divided by root of A1 square plus A2 square plus A3 square. What is your A1? 1. So that is 1 divided by square root of 1 square plus 1 square minus 2 square. That is nothing but 1 square plus 1 square plus minus 2 square will be 1 by root 6. L is 1 by root 6. Now M is going to be what? A2 by root of A1 square plus A2 square plus A3 square, that is also 1 by root 6 because A2 term is also 1. If you calculate N, A3 term, A3 term is what? Minus 2. Minus 2 divided by root 6. So this is equal to N. Clear? 1 by root 6, 1 by root 6 minus 2 by root 6 are the direction cosines for this particular question. Clear, students? So very simple problem, but you must know the formula of direction cosines and you must know the formula for direction ratios. There is no formula for direction ratios. General thing, that is A1, A2, A3, coefficients of I cap, J cap, K cap are the direction ratios. Coming to L, M, N, L is also called as cos alpha. Remember that. L is also called as cos alpha. M is also called as cos beta. N is called as cos gamma. Cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma. They are the direction cosines. In the place of L, you can write cos alpha. In the place of M, you can write cos beta. In the place of N, you can write cos gamma. They are the direction cosines. Clear? Direction ratios are A1, A2, A3. So I think this is very clear full idea of direction ratios and direction cosines. So from the next class, I will continue with the new concepts.